General Hospital spoilers tease that Nina stands at a crucial crossroads in her life, and she knows that every decision she makes at this moment could change everything. Discovering Michael and Sasha's affair just before Halloween has opened up a golden opportunity that Nina can't ignore. She understands that this isn't just a minor detail, it's a powerful weapon that could shake the entire Corinthos family and everything Michael has painstakingly built. With the potential to use this information as leverage in the custody battle over Willow, Nina finds herself on the verge of reclaiming the control she has long lost. However, she also knows that if she uses this information incorrectly, everything could collapse in an instant, and she could lose it all. Carefully calculating her next steps, Nina decides to wield this secret as a powerful card in the tense legal battle. If Michael and Sasha's relationship is exposed, it could place Michael in a precarious position and seriously damage his credibility and authority in the custody case. Nina is aware that while this information could turn the tide in her favor, the price she might pay could be devastating. She faces unpredictable backlash not just from Michael, but from those close to him, especially Willow, whom Nina once loved like a daughter. This leaves Nina anxious and uncertain about whether she should go through with her plan. Yet her ambition and desperate desire to regain control over her life, along with the fear of Michael taking her daughter away, drive her toward a decision she feels she can no longer avoid. Still, like a double-edged sword, this decision could have unforeseen consequences. If she reveals the secret about Michael and Sasha's affair, everything could explode in a way she can't control. Nina knows Michael is not someone who goes down without a fight. He could retaliate fiercely and even turn this secret against her, using it as a weapon in their custody battle. She can't help but wonder if her actions could set off a chain of irreversible events that would cost her everything she's trying to protect. On top of the legal challenges, Nina must also confront herself. She has suffered as a mother who lost her child, and now that she has the chance to reclaim that role, she cannot allow anyone to stand in her way. But is this move the right one, or a catastrophic misstep that will cost her everything, including the love and trust of those she once held dear? Every step Nina takes now becomes an inner struggle, a choice between pride and love, vengeance and protection. When she decides to share her suspicions with Rick Lansing, she's not only facing him but also confronting the truth about herself. She knows that if Rick helps her get Sasha to admit in court that Michael is the father of the child, things will become more complicated than ever. But at this point, Nina feels she has no other option. She can't accept Michael taking everything, whether it's his relationship with Sasha or custody of Willow. She is determined not only to regain control but also to face whatever consequences may follow. Then suddenly, a new force enters the picture, Tracy Quartermaine and Ned Quartermaine. With their strong connections and influence within the Quartermaine family, they decide to side with Michael, and they know that Sasha's child is the key factor in the custody battle. They summon Michael and reveal they possess a critical video, a piece of evidence that could change everything. The video captures a confrontation between Drew Kane and Cody Bell at Brown Dog, during which Cody questions Drew about his relationship with Nina. This shocks Michael, revealing a truth he hadn't known. The video becomes Michael's trump card to use against Nina. He shows the video to Nina and threatens that if she doesn't abandon her plan to force Sasha to testify, he will let Diane Miller expose it in court. This could completely destroy Nina's relationship with Willow and reveal her scandalous involvement with Drew. Shocked and shaken, Nina realizes that if she doesn't comply with Michael's demand, she may lose custody of her daughter forever. The battle between Nina and Michael is not just about custody, it's a war over honor, pride, and control. The decisions Nina makes now will determine her future, and no one can predict whether she'll win or lose this grueling fight. Everything is growing more intense and complicated. As Nina faces a critical choice, can she reclaim what she's lost, or will she pay the price for her past mistakes? Nina now faces an opportunity she cannot afford to ignore. And this makes everything more tense than ever. Her calculations now involve not just personal gain but also the secrets she holds. What she uncovered about Michael and Sasha's affair has opened a door that cannot be closed. This revelation doesn't just complicate the custody battle, it gives her a powerful weapon. With this information, Nina can strike back at Michael and turn the tide in a battle she's long been losing. However, the arrival of Tracy complicates things further. Tracy, no stranger to the intricate strategies and power plays within the Quartermain family, sees Nina not just as an ally but as a strategic partner who can help her regain influence. Their alliance is far from simple, and Nina realizes that she cannot win this war alone. Together, they begin planning a new offensive, not only to win custody but to manipulate events and seize control over Michael and those around him. Their plans are built not just on truths but on secrets that could leave Michael with no way out. Nina and Tracy begin developing a sophisticated strategy, not just targeting Michael, but aimed at reclaiming the power that Nina believes was unjustly taken from her. They both understand that the secrets they hold could become powerful tools, turning the tide in a battle that Nina has yet to win. Michael and Sasha's relationship, whether officially acknowledged or not, is now a critical pressure point Nina and Tracy can exploit. Nina knows that if Michael finds out she's aware of the affair, he won't make it easy for her. But Nina wants to use this information not just as leverage in the custody case, but also as a way to bring Michael under her control. All of Nina's plans are driven by a growing obsession with the secrets waiting to surface. She can't stop thinking about how their exposure could change everything. If they come to light, everything could unravel. The attacks that Nina and Tracy are planning could create a storm of power that brings down not only Michael but also the fragile relationships Nina has worked so hard to build. Yet this obsession is also draining Nina, leaving her anxious and exhausted. She can't help but fear the consequences she might face if these secrets are revealed. As Tracy and Nina team up, they see not just an opportunity in Michael's secret, but also a looming test of their own alliance. The trust between them, while developed over time, remains fragile. Each time they plan together, Nina worries that Tracy might be using her for her own benefit. Now, Nina's mental chess game includes not only defeating Michael but also protecting herself from the very ally she relies on. Still, Nina knows she can't do it without Tracy. Without her help, everything Nina has worked for could fall apart. With their alliance, Nina and Tracy are crafting the strongest strategy yet. They are determined not only to win custody but to control everything they can. These moves are not just about protecting Nina's children, they're about reclaiming everything she's lost. Yet she cannot escape the thoughts of the price she may have to pay. Every secret she and Tracy hide may soon come to light, and once they do, no one can predict what will happen. Can Nina maintain control and win back what she lost, or will these secrets destroy everything? The answer will only come once every calculation by Nina and Tracy is set into motion, and the truths they've concealed begin to decide the outcome of this war. Tracy and Ned were never mere bystanders in this war. They've decided that now is the time to take decisive action, as everything is spiraling far beyond anyone's original expectations. They've been observing closely and realize that Nina and Rick are gradually becoming threats to the stability of the Quartermain family. Especially since Nina holds secrets that could drastically shift the family's power dynamics. Since discovering the affair between Michael and Sasha, Nina has been planning to use that information as leverage in the custody battle over Willow. However, Tracy and Ned, seasoned veterans of family power struggles, understand that this opportunity cannot be left solely in Nina's hands. Aware that this battle impacts not only Michael, Sasha, and Willow but also the entire power structure of the Quartermain family, Tracy and Ned begin executing a major strategic shift to counter the threat Nina poses. They choose to act more aggressively, not just by leveraging the secrets about Michael and Sasha, but also by exploiting weaknesses in Nina and Rick's alliance. Their strategy revolves around delivering unexpected blows that Nina could never anticipate. Once in motion, these moves would unravel all of Nina's plans and force her to confront consequences she never imagined. The changes introduced by Tracy and Ned begin to reshape not only the custody battle but also the internal power structure of the Quartermain family. Every decision they now make is aimed not only at protecting the family's interests but also at redefining the hierarchy within it. Their alliance forms a calculated and formidable force that Nina cannot afford to ignore. by exposing key secrets and putting Nina on the defensive. Tracy and Ned aim to render all of her plans meaningless. They both know that the outcome of the custody battle depends not only on who ends up with the child, but also on who controls the narrative and the family. With this approach, Tracy and Ned prepare to outmaneuver Nina and Rick in this power game. Despite their perceived advantages, Nina and Rick can't help but worry about the moves Tracy and Ned are making. Every step the Quartermain duo takes is carefully calculated, and they understand that even one misstep could cost them everything. Nina had placed her trust in Rick, but she's starting to realize that his decisions alone may not be enough to secure victory. Rick might be under pressure from external forces, and the situation is becoming increasingly unmanageable. Both he and Nina now face a painful truth: they may have pushed things too far, beyond their ability to control. Tracy and Ned's calculated attacks begin to show clear results as they launch powerful strikes with precision. The secrets they hold become pivotal in this battle. The video of Drew and Cody's altercation, though not directly tied to the custody case, becomes a strategic tool to shift the balance of power. This video could serve as a surprise attack against Nina and Rick. Once released, it could spark a firestorm. Not only would it reveal things Nina and Rick had fought to hide, but it would plunge them into a public and family crisis. Tensions are rising rapidly as the landscape of this war grows more volatile. Every move Tracy and Ned make is no longer just part of a plan, it is part of a broader campaign to completely reshape the family hierarchy. While Nina scrambles to regain control, she starts to realize that the secrets she holds may ultimately turn against her. As Tracy and Ned begin their assault, what once seemed manageable now spirals into chaos, trapping Nina and Rick in a situation they can no longer escape. She can't stop thinking about how far things have gone, and whether there's any way back. Nina is haunted by the thought of the price she might have to pay. Will this shift bring her the victory she's fighting for, or will it be a fatal mistake that costs her everything? She must now face not only Michael, Sasha, and Tracy, but herself. This power struggle has grown far beyond anything Nina imagined. At its core, it's about who will control the family and who will emerge as the ultimate victor in this unforgiving game of wits. Tracy and Ned, armed with sharp intellects and years of experience in power struggles, have prepared a powerful weapon to help Michael in the custody war. The video of Drew and Cody fighting at Brown Dog is not just a simple recording, it's a tactical bombshell. The scene offers Michael an opportunity to deliver a shocking blow to everyone involved and to corner Nina into a position from which she cannot escape. Hidden relationships and long-buried secrets are now pushing Nina into a corner. Tracy and Ned understand that this battle isn't just about custody, it's about total control of the family's power. They know that by using the video, they won't just hurt Drew, they'll also trap Nina into accepting Michael's terms. This gives Michael the leverage he needs to blackmail Nina, forcing her to back down in the custody fight. Michael knows that if this video is exposed, both Drew and Nina will face serious fallout. So, he decides to use it as a bargaining chip to compel Nina to agree to his demands, even if it throws her into an irreversible crisis. With calculated precision, Michael begins wielding the video as a weapon. He doesn't just use it to stop Nina from calling Sasha to testify in court, he also ensures that Sasha's unborn child remains out of the custody battle. With every threat and demand he issues, Nina feels the pressure mounting. She realizes that even if she wants to protect Sasha and the baby, confronting Michael directly comes at a steep price. Everything she had planned is now crumbling around her. When Michael confronts Nina with his ultimatum, she is shocked to her core. She must now face the reality that in this power game, she's not the only one with a strategy. Michael, with his cold resolve, has backed Nina into an impossible position. If she doesn't comply, everything will be exposed in court, not just the custody issue, but the dark secrets she's worked so hard to keep hidden. Meanwhile, Tracy and Ned continue to watch from behind the scenes, seizing every opportunity to ensure that Michael retains control. They understand this battle isn't just about custody, it's about dominance over the family and deciding who will ultimately hold power. They're not just protecting Michael, they're ensuring Nina's schemes are utterly dismantled. By holding on to this video, Tracy and Ned have created an unpredictable and volatile scenario. The video itself is a powerful weapon, not just damaging to Drew but potentially the final piece in toppling Nina's entire strategy. Michael knows that if Nina doesn't walk away from this fight, he'll use the footage to destroy everything she's built. This is a power game Nina isn't equipped to win, as she realizes she can't stand against everyone at once. Michael's moves are deliberate, each step driving Nina further into a corner. Her helplessness grows clearer as she sees her plans unravel. Sasha, despite her wish to protect her child, now faces a difficult choice. If called to testify, many hidden truths will come out, threatening not only herself but the baby as well. As tensions escalate, Nina realizes she's trapped in a battle where control has slipped from her hands. Michael's assault, backed by Tracy and Ned, has left her reeling, unable to escape the storm she helped create. The question now is, can Nina turn the tide and reclaim control, or will she be forced to accept Michael's conditions to protect what little she has left? Can she neutralize the video and safeguard her secrets, or will everything collapse around her? Every decision Nina makes now will shape the outcome of this battle, and her confrontation with Michael is rapidly turning into a do-or-die showdown she can no longer predict. Nina is facing a terrible situation, one she never imagined she would have to confront. After a series of miscalculations, everything has gradually slipped out of her control. Especially now that the decisions she and Drew made in the past are beginning to have serious and unforeseen consequences. Every step Nina has taken is now part of an irreversible chain of mistakes, costing her not only control over the custody battle but pushing her into an even deeper crisis, the potential loss of Willow's custody of Wiley and Amelia. Nina had always believed she could manage any situation, but now she realizes that the secrets she's tried so hard to keep hidden are destroying everything she's built. She once thought she was protecting the children from painful truths, but in reality, hiding her complicated relationships and past mistakes has led her into a trap she can no longer escape. Her and Drew's entanglement in secret schemes and relationships has now become a major threat, not only to herself but also to the people she loves most. Especially Willow, who is under immense pressure due to the revelations about her parents, and now, her custody over Wiley and Amelia is hanging by a thread. One of the most alarming realizations Nina faces is that the mistakes from her and Drew's past haven't just caused her to lose control over the custody battle, they've made the situation more complex and dangerous than ever before. She starts to see that while she was trying to protect Willow and Sasha's unborn child, she may have unwittingly endangered Willow's very life and stability. The fact that the secrets she and Drew worked so hard to conceal are now threatening Willow's custody rights is a devastating blow for Nina. She had always believed that she could control everything and steer events in a way that would benefit her. But she never anticipated that her own ambition and hunger for power would lead her into a crisis beyond salvation. Each mistake Nina and Drew made was like a small stone falling, slowly building into a ticking time bomb no one could defuse. These missteps have now placed Willow in real danger. Her custody over Wiley and Amelia is under threat. And if the truth about Nina and Drew's relationship is exposed, it won't just be about losing custody. It could mean the collapse of everything Nina has worked for all along. Nina's heart grows heavier as she watches everything she tried to protect begin to fall apart. She's not just afraid of Willow losing custody, she's haunted by her own poor choices. The situations she created are no longer just missteps in a custody battle, they are now direct threats to everything she holds dear. She starts to feel trapped in a downward spiral with no escape. And every prior calculation she made only worsens the situation. Her obsession with these mistakes not only increases her anxiety but begins to strip her of clarity and reason. Each of her decisions is now just another move in a power game that she no longer controls. She realizes that everything is slipping through her fingers, and she can no longer change the tide. Disaster looms, not just for Willow's custody rights but for everything Nina and Drew have tried to protect. She must face the truth, their mistakes have pushed everything to the brink of ruin. With mounting fear and insecurity, Nina is forced to confront realities she can no longer deny. The missteps she and Drew made have not only damaged the custody case, they are threatening the entire stability of the family. Every move she made has triggered a chain reaction that's now beyond anyone's control, leading to a disaster no one could have predicted. This is no longer just about custody, it's about reputation, pride, and the relationships among family members. The question now tormenting Nina is whether she can find a way to turn things around and reclaim control. Or if she will have to face total collapse when all of her secrets and mistakes are laid bare in court. That question weighs heavily on her mind, as the storm draws closer than ever.